I'm going to talk about two things today. One is the protests that are taking place in London. Think of it as a representation of what is happening across the world. In many cities during the weekends especially, you're seeing protests of this kind. In the one that I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you how some sneaky methods are probably being used. I'm saying probably just because I'm not 100% sure that's what the person tried to do, but it does look like the person tried to camouflage himself as a police person. So I'm going to show you a slideshow on that. And the second one I'm going to show you is what is happening in Israel, especially in Gaza. So we'll be covering these two things, and I request you to like our video. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe to our channel. And here we go. Rishi Sunak is cracking the whip. Many arrests, I think 3 at least, have taken place in London alone, and I'm sure there are other arrests also happening. All 3 have been taken to central London police stations. The police said that the demonstration was being closely monitored as it made its way through the capital. I'm going to show you a video that kind of captures the sense of what they are trying to say here. Similar protests are also taking place in Manchester, Bristol, Liverpool, and Newcastle, among other cities and towns. They have left out Leicester, I don't know why. People at the rally could be heard chanting, "Gaza, stop the massacre," and "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free." Now, where have we heard this before? I've told you about the toolkit. Now, this is where I'm going to pause for a second and I'm going to show you the video, and I will tell you about where you can see one person trying to camouflage himself by wearing a jacket that looks amazingly close to a police jacket. Just watch this. See the person being held down?
Stay back! Stay back! Stay back! Shame on you!
Thank you, thank you.
That's the guy being led off.
Shame on all of these! Shame on all of these! Thank you, mate. Shame on all of these! Let him go. Welcome.
Now, I tried to see if this person was, actually a member of the police force, but I could not. So I'm going to, keep looking. If I find something, I'll add it in the description section. There are a few videos there that you can take a look at to understand a little bit more depth on what is happening. And now let's take a look at IDF strikes on Hamas. The IDF fighter jet struck Hamas terrorist infrastructure located on the roof of a building and an adjacent tunnel shaft after receiving intelligence from the ISA and through ground operations. In addition, following IDF and ISA intelligence and the identification of shooting from the area, the IDF struck a command and control center. An additional terrorist tunnel shaft was also dismantled by the troops. So here you can see how they were storing. They had a music box also, automatic rifles and even bazookas. Wow. Now, the IDF has put out a 4-slide messaging for Hamas to say that, you should not be doing these things. So here are the 4 things that they want the Hamas to listen to. Allow civilians to evacuate northern Gaza. You see the arrow there? That is the northern to the southern part. I think I did one episode a while back where I said that this is what the Israel Defense Force wants the Gazans to do. Of course, Hamas was preventing them from going to the south. In fact, there was even one tweet, and I haven't verified that, which said that Hamas itself shot down children and women. and to try and make it look as if the IDF was actually the responsible person, the responsible party. Despite IDF pleas to Gazan civilians to move to a safer ground, Hamas prevents innocents from leaving by blocking the main road out, intimidation and brute force. Next, it says, don't use hospitals and clinics as terrorist headquarters. IDF intel shows that Hamas uses Gaza City's biggest hospital, Shifa, as its main headquarters. I showed you this, including an animation of how this has been structured. Next, don't dig terrorist tunnels under residential buildings. Hamas has built its intricate network of terrorist tunnels underneath hospitals, mosques, schools and homes, where it stockpiles its rockets and weaponry as well as hides its operatives. So you can see here how the Shifa hospital has a lot of other things there that are inside the same complex. They are trying to camouflage this. Next, stop firing rockets from civilian areas. Why? Because a significant percentage comes back and falls on the civilians themselves. IDF aerial footage has repeatedly shown Hamas terrorists launching rockets at Israel from densely populated civil areas in Gaza, including the misfired rocket which hit Al-Ali hospital in Gaza. Remember, I talked about this also. So, long story short, Israel is trying its best to try and educate the people of Gaza to separate themselves from the Hamas terrorists. They're also telling the Hamas terrorists, don't do these things. But of course, they're not going to stop doing that. They have been doing this for many, many years now. So someplace this is going to find a slowdown. I think already I'm hearing that Israel has the control of the north-south border. So they don't have everybody evacuated from inside the city of Gaza, which is in the northern part, but they have cut it off. So they know who's going to go out now. From what I can see, they might start doing block by block evacuation, and there they are going to run into Hamas troops, and we don't know if they are going to be hiding in tunnels or they're going to come out and start fighting. My gut tells me that they'll try and see if they can hide in tunnels and escape through that. We'll have to wait and see. I'm also thinking that the tunnels in the northern Gaza are separate from the tunnels in the southern Gaza. So either way, it's going to be tough. And this is where the battle gets ugly. So this is what you'll be seeing in the next few days. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. One important thing, in a few hours from now, we'll be showing you what is happening in China in Hindi, gobsmacked. You will be shocked to know what is happening in China. Don't miss that one as well. Thank you very much. Namaskar.